start with an open statement and we'll open up to questions in the room and on.
Yeah, I mean, it was the second game. That was a good win for our team. We're not playing real good right now. I mean, it wasn't easy today. And it started early in the game against Stanford that we're not swinging the bats very well. It's good to see some of our pitchers work out of some jams today. Especially early in that first game, felt like that. Stanford could have scored a lot more runs. And I don't know, just second ball game. I thought it was pretty well pitched, really both teams. Early looked like it was going to get a little crazy, and then both teams settled in a little bit. But we finally got a big swing there in the eighth inning. I think we had a 3-run home run, got the lead, and then Nick Griffin, who's coming off Tommy John's his first outing, throwing the ball pretty good, and it looked like he kind of got loosened up through 16 pitches, 18 pitches maybe. I think 16, and we thought about not bringing him back out, but man, we just really want to see him pitch. And he hit the first hitter in the foot and then walked the next hitter, and that was that after a couple more balls. But good win to get out of here. Not playing real well. Won a couple of games. We got to get a few things figured out, and we got to get our offense cranking.
We'll start in the room and then go to the Zoom after that.
Coach, what did you see from Hagen Smith today? What was not working for him?
He didn't have command of much. He wasn't commanding his fastball. Change up, he was not able to throw it around the plate, and so they just basically set dead red, and they cheated a little bit and jumped out there, and they're swinging the bats really well, and they hit a lot of balls hard on him, and I think he gave up a couple of 0-2 count hits that really hurt, and maybe changed maybe his outcome early. He struggled last week. There were a lot of strikes, pounded the zone. First time on the road against a really good team for a freshman pitcher. Hopefully, he'll learn from this, and he'll definitely get better.
You changed the lineup against Louisiana tonight. You moved Turner to first. Diggs came in. Just what do you think of the change in the lineup and guys in different positions?
Well, just trying to get some guys in there with Diggs. He hadn't hit all year. It's game number 6. I hadn't played him yet, and there's still a couple more guys that haven't played. They're offensive guys, so we'll see how that goes over the next week or so. But just trying to get some hitters in the lineup because we're not hitting, and that's something that we thought we were going to do. And so far, in the first 6 games, it's been, we've won 4 games, but we scored just enough to win. We left a lot of runners on base, and timely hitting hasn't been a whole lot of that, and we got to fix it. So we've got a bunch of games coming up, and I'm going to continue to experiment. I just told the team we've got 2 weeks before 2 weeks of non-conference games left, and then conference gets going. We got to figure a lot of things out on that in the next 2 weeks.
What can you say about Jaxon Wiggins and the quality start that he had?
Thought he threw the ball really well. His fastball was kind of sat in the mid-90s. Off speed was just okay today, and I thought Lafayette they were jumping out there taking some swings, and if they got, if they were heading the count 2-0, they started making them. They took a lot of pitches. I mean, they were doing all they could to score. They were trying to steal and hit and run, back-to-back hit and runs, and they tried to put pressure on us. And the one inning it worked. After that, we slowed them down a little bit. But the Jaxon outing, it was good. I mean, for a guy that was really kind of pitching off, mostly just going off the fastball tonight because that was his best pitch. I thought he held it down pretty good.
And you said on Friday that you were not thinking about bringing Raymond out for the rest of the weekend. What went into the decision to put him in?
Well, yeah, and definitely wasn't. And he came to us and he said on a scale of 1 through 10, he was a 9. So, looking back, I wish I'd have just started him in the 9th because he's our experienced guy, and we've got some really good arms in the bullpen, and but they haven't pitched in that type of situation, and their time is coming. But yeah, he just said he felt great. He had a day and a half off really.
Let's go to Zoom and you guys can give me follow-ups after that.
He'll go to Andrew Hutchinson.
Dave, you mentioned the bats, not being there today. Can you put your finger on what maybe is happening? Is it an approach thing, technical? What do you think?
Probably a little bit of everything, a little bit of mental too. I'm seeing guys chase pitches out of the zone that we didn't chase all fall and early spring. And, guys they're just pressing. They're trying to get 2 hits and 1 at bat. You can't do it. You got to let sometimes you attack the game a little bit, but sometimes you got to let it come to you. And I've just seen, just uncharacteristic things by some hitters going out of the zone too much.
And you've also, you talked about Griffin already, but you also got Bracken in there for the first time. What did you think of his outing?
First inning was really good. I mean, came in, spotted a couple fastballs about 90 miles an hour, and then threw some good sliders and got some outs, double play ball. Second inning was a little rough. Obviously he hit a player and hurt him a little bit. We all felt bad about that, but he bounced back a little bit. But right now, I think with Bracken and Griffin, 2 guys coming off injuries, 1 inning, second inning wasn't so great, but it was really good to see him have that inning. We'll just build off of that.
We'll go to Thomas Murphy.
Dave, the lefty Matthews for Stanford, what did he do to keep y'all off balance?
He threw everything he threw was right around the plate. He never threw the ball in the middle of the plate. It was like fastballs away, changeups away, and he bust you in with the heater. He just really pitched. He didn't do well last Saturday against Fullerton. I think they blew out Fullerton on Friday and Sunday. He took a loss on Saturday, and he's one of their best pitchers, if not their best pitcher. And he definitely made up for it today because he pitched outstanding. He had them all going.
Okay. And then just best guess or among who might start Wednesday?
I think there's a good possibility of Adamiak throwing on Wednesday to start that game. And then, we've got a lot of other guys that are ready to go as well.
Okay, thanks.
And Mr. Wiggins and Mr. Battles joining us here as well. Do we have anything else on Zoom right now?
We do. Back to Andrew Hutchinson.
Jalen, could you walk us through your big home run there in the 8th inning?
Yeah, Thompson was telling me that he likes to attack fastball a lot. So, I was just really hunting for a fastball. And he gave me a fastball in where I like it. And I made him pay for it.
And also the bats have gotten off to a pretty slow start this year. Has that surprised you? And what do you think maybe it is that is going on there?
We just got to come ready to play every day. Not taking that bat off. It's just, we'll get there. Thompson will help us that way. And I feel like we'll get back on track.
Okay. We go in the room for the student athletes.
Jaxon, what'd you feel? What was working for you today?
Definitely fastball. Fastball was working. Wasn't really coming through last week from the start. So tried to work with it.
I think it was the first time you got into the 6th inning. How'd you feel about your longevity today?
Went great.
They were making a lot of contact on you, and you were really trusting your defense. Is that something that you've worked on just over the offseason and this year, is just trusting the guys behind you a little more?
I learned last year that they're going to hit it regardless. They're always going to hit it. Not always, but yeah. It's pitching with defense behind me.
Jalen, how much of an impact do you think the weather had on your fielding this week? It looked like there were some tough ground balls for you to sort.
The infield played pretty fast. It was pretty rough as well. I feel like the weather had no impact really, but it was just a tough field to field on.
Anything on Zoom right now? Coach, if you could speak about the hospitality and the positives this week with the Classic.
Well, everything, from the time we got here, you could tell that there's a lot of effort put in to get this put this tournament on. And I feel like that, you know, the host, the staff, I mean, they've been great. The hospitality room for our players was awesome. You know, we had to battle some seriously cold weather and some rain, and, you know, they did a great job there. And then obviously, you know, with the decision not to play last night, I mean, it was kind of both teams felt the same way, and they didn't fight us at all on it. And, it ended up being the right decision.
And guys, we obviously talked a lot about the student athlete experience. I want to hear about how you felt everything went as far as the hospitality and everything event surrounding the event.
I mean, it was great. Hospitality was great. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. I mean, I had a fun time being here. I mean, it's always fun coming back to Texas and playing. So especially with the tournament and everything, it was good.
Coach, you know, you guys were able to hit the ball very well against Stanford, and then you started off a little cold as well against Louisiana. Was there something that you told the guys in the dugout to try to get them going, and maybe some kind of encouragement?
Well, I mean, you try to flip some things. You just kind of go off of what you see. And, you know, I think the first game, we just ran into a pitcher that located 4 different pitches, just about any time he wanted. And, you know, the second game, I think when we got behind, guys were pressing a little bit. You know, we felt like if we could just be patient, you know, we could come back and win the game. And I think about Jay's Corfin taking a 3-2 pitch and drawing a walk, and then, you know, they make a pitch and change and battle his 3-run homer. Sometimes it's the walk that does it for you. It's the pitch you don't swing at. And like I said earlier, we've been going out of the zone a lot, and it's flipped some counts to pitcher's advantage, and it's gotten us out. Those are some things that we definitely have to work on and get better before we start in the league.
Coach, I know you said you're thinking about throwing a Domiak on Wednesday. Are there any other arms you want to get involved in the midweek game?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's some guys. Evan Gray, I don't think he's thrown yet, and he's, you know, a guy that we need to get out on the mound. I mean, there's more. There's a couple of freshmen that we might want to get out there. You know, we'll, you know, there'd be some guys that threw today, obviously, that won't be available Wednesday, and then we've got a 3-game series coming up. So, you know, we got to get some of these other guys out there and see what they can do.
If Andrews has another question on the Zoom.
Yeah, Andrew Hutchinson.
Yeah, Jax, I just got one. You went 5 innings last week, 6 innings today. What's been the key to kind of working deeper into games this year?
Just executing pitches. Throwing strikes, not wasting any.
Okay. Everybody good? All right, guys, we appreciate it very much. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.